everybody, it's Saturday video number 17 and I'm actually recording this little segment after I've actually done the video with Paul, because when I'm editing it seems like our voices and the picture is slightly out of sync, but we've just talked and answered all your questions, so I am not going back to do it all again. So I don't know, I'm hoping with the editing it'll fix itself up. Otherwise, have a cup of tea while you're listening, or hope it's not too distracting. Bye everyone. Hi everybody, our first high definition video. Well, I think it is because I'm filming it from the computer in my office room. It's a bit exciting, isn't it? We're video number 17, Saturday video 17. We've got some questions here. We're going to burn through them today, aren't we?
Take it away.
Okay. Chip said, favourite stage moment from Love Never Dies. Paul didn't actually go that night, but my favourite stage moment was there's a scene where they have all the... there's like the freak show from Coney Island and they're all in these like glass mirrored pyramids that all light up and you can see through them and all the freaks are kind of in there. It was very cool.
I saw that little bit at the what do you call it?
At the media call.
The media call.
Paul came to the media calls with me.
It's pretty intricate, actually.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know, I think you saw, did you see that bit,
yeah,
did you?
Yeah, with, yep. It's
pretty amazing. So it was good. And Chips also said, did I like it? Yes, I loved it. I thought it was really... so beautifully put together, and you know, I found myself singing some of the songs afterwards, and the performers were amazing, like Ben Lewis and Anna O'Byrne, Maria Mercedes, Sharon Millenkamp, said that wrong, but all of them, and you know, all fabulous, like you couldn't fault them. And Andrew Lloyd Webber was so excited. I got to do an interview with Andrew. It's Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber. That was a real tongue twister on the night. But I got to make a video with him, so I'll put the link under here because I'm really feeling like those videos are coming together, don't you?
Oh, you're great.
I loved these videos, and I think the thing is, I know we're drifting here, but I think the thing with those videos for me is that I video things that I'm passionate about, and so when I'm passionate about something, that comes through.
If you haven't already noticed, Megan doesn't need a script. As soon as she's passionate about something, she just can talk forever.
I can. And so... I'd love you guys to watch my videos at the Love Never Dies red carpet and everything. I'd love your opinions because I'm feeling like, you know, I like those videos. I feel like, you know, I've got the camera mastered, everything.
There's 3.
Yes, so far.
Next.
Okay, Melissa said, do you have any tips on starting a small jewellery business from home, as it's what I'm working towards? Well, Melissa, I just think you start making jewellery and maybe giving it to your friends for their birthdays and stuff like that, and letting them know that your intention is to sell your jewellery. Don't you? Mm-hmm. Do it on market stalls, or, you know, sell it where you can. It depends where you want to aim your...
When Megan started her business, she started painting plates.
Yeah.
And she differentiated herself when she was painting plates, and these were very time-consuming, and they were only small sales. But she used to do a baby bowl for people who'd had a baby, and it was a personalised present, and it'd say... congratulations on the birth of John, you know, so many pounds, so many ounces.
I'll go and get one while Paul's talking.
And it would say, with lots of love from, you know, the Castron family or whoever it was from, and it had the date of the birthday. And the kids loved those bowls because they actually used to eat out of the bowls. And so there was instances where Megan was still doing
These are my bowls,
when the kids broke the bowls.
So I used to paint these little bowls.
Where are we? So
that's what I used to do.
Read just what does it say? What does it say on the back of this
hand painted for Adam for his 5th birthday.
So it was a personalised thing. So Stephanie there, it was a personalised thing. So to start your jewellery business, you need people wanting to buy the jewellery. And so my advice is to start off, like Megan said, give it to them for a birthday or
and let your friends know that you're trying to start a business and you hope they support you.
And away you go.
Yeah.
And then after that, work out your pricing structure after a few people have enjoyed them. And
I started on my blog. I've started a blog, everyone. Another thing I'm passionate about. And in my blog, I explain how all my businesses started. You know, how the jewellery one came about, blah blah blah. So go and check that out. I'll also put the link. But I think just starting small. Like initially, I only used very cheap little beads, didn't I?
Businesses don't start big.
No, that's right.
Oprah didn't start big.
True.
Oprah started small. When I started my business, small. So, again, if the people enjoy the experience and you identify your market...
I think a lot of people want to go from here to here. You know, they want to...
Overnight.
Yes.
And it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. Like, I've been doing these videos on musical theatre for 4 years, and, like, just this last one, I really feel like I'm getting it together. You know, and that's 4 years. Like, I've loved all the ones along the way, but when I look back at my early ones, I think, wow, I've improved so much since that first day.
That's true.
So that's the learning curve. It's fun. I'm learning all the time. Okay. Matt John Bond said, have you ever performed? This is me. I know you love seeing people perform, but wondering if you would ever consider performing yourself. No.
That's not true.
That's so true.
That is not true. Megan was the Australian karaoke champion on the radio.
Yeah.
And she sang Doe a Deer from Sound
Doe
of...
a deer, a female deer, in that voice.
Yeah, and she won it around Australia, and she won a trip.
Out of default.
Is this true or false?
Yeah, it's true.
Thank you.
True.
So you just piped down there. And she won a trip to America to the Grand Oscars.
To the Oscars. But everyone, I can't sing or act. Seriously, I've got no desire ever to be on the stage and sing and act.
She sings all right.
I would rather the whole floor opened up and swallowed me. But this sort of stuff, I love this, and I'm not nervous when I'm interviewing people. When I'm being me, I'm totally fine.
Yeah, give Megan a script and it's not good.
Oh my God, if I had
because
to...
that's not her. So
no.
if Megan had to act... And
even if Oprah knocked on the door and said, please be in my new movie, I couldn't do it.
if Megan had to act and she had to be a depressed, confused a girl that had no direction, she wouldn't act very well at that because it's not her.
No,
so,
that's right.
What's the next one?
I like my energy to be authentic. Would you perform?
I used to perform in a band.
That's different. You can't act either, I don't think. No. I'll say it for him if he's not going to. Christine said, I'm going to sound like a stalker, but I'd love to see your wardrobe. Oh, there's no way I would go in my wardrobe. Mate, I don't know. I don't think so.
Wardrobe Mark
Really?
II, who was just redone not so long ago.
It's great, my wardrobe, actually.
It's a bit like the art room, actually.
Why?
Because all the joinery was changed and it's all the same colour.
It's
white.
really good, and it's got like these like hooks that you can pull down, so I can have 2 layers of things and pull them down. Because I'm not great at getting rid of things.
Which makes me feel very comfortable that we'll live
I watched an amazing blog. It's on my Facebook
because
page.
she never wants to get rid of things.
Yeah.
Including me.
On my Facebook page, someone put this blog. You would like this, and this woman. She went to New York to speak, and she took with her in her colourful suitcase 7 pairs of underpants, one for every day of the week, that she was going to be there because she had every confidence that she would find the clothes she wanted on the trip. But the thing was, they all had to be under $20 per piece from thrift stores and so forth. So that was her thing. And she took a photo, and she does a blog on this.
7 pairs of underpants.
It was very cool.
Hasn't she ever heard of just turning them inside out and getting 2 wears a day?
Please. No, and I hope you haven't either. So anyway, she was fantastic. I thought she was really good anyway, so I could never do.
I don't think you'll get to look at Megan's wardrobe.
And then at the end, she said, and you know what I'm going to do? I can't fit them all in my case to take home, so she donated them all back to the thrift shops. Isn't that nifty? She said she's learnt she can give things away, and I thought, I should take a leaf out of that book. Okay. Megs Corey said, I've never asked a question for your Saturday video. Paul and I attending the YouTube gathering on the 9th of October. I don't know yet. Probably not, but maybe. I went to a really interesting YouTube meeting the other day for all the partners and learnt a lot of stuff. So maybe. I'd like to meet you too, so we'll see. Brenda said, how do you so clean?
Yeah.
Paul, you know that Paul's, a neat freak, and I'm not necessarily a neat freak. So I take that as a great compliment that you said that.
I work all day, and when I come in at night, I start working again.
Yeah, right.
Cleaning the benches, picking up the laundry, tidying the stuff, moving truckloads of Megan and Zoe's stuff from place to place. Max and I are neat freaks, and Zoe and Megan just take it off and drop it where they take it off.
I'm not even buying into this one. Okay.
That's true.
Hang on, let me...
She didn't bite.
I didn't bite because, I'm just keeping it even.
You just ask Marge and Bob. Hello out there, and they know.
Okay. Bridget said she was blown away. Oh, this week we put up a video. I'll put the link for this as well. I must write down all these links I'm saying. So I'm going to write that down right now. Video Zoe. Zoe, when Oprah came for tacos, right, I was going to get Zoe to sing For Good to Oprah. But because that song means so much to me and I find it so emotional, I decided not to because we were having such a great time and I thought I don't want to change the tone of the evening. So Zoe didn't sing it to Oprah, but after Oprah left on that night, she sang it and I recorded it. And it was still very emotional, wasn't it?
Mm.
But I've put it up and everybody has loved it. So now your question is, I haven't seen Wicked, but I love the music. And, you're going to go to...
have to see.
She said she's going to go to JB. I sent you a little private message about this. You can't buy a DVD. They are making a movie of it, but it's about 4 years off. So you won't get it, but you can buy the soundtrack. Oh, my God, I have to tell you the secret Wicked news that I forgot to tell you last week about Stephen Schwartz. You know how in America, For Good was on Glee and the Oprah show on the same day, apparently?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he just happened to go to Wicked on Broadway the next day, and apparently the whole crowd, when they sang For Good, just went like completely crazy. Don't you love that? Mm. And he heard it. He got to hear it. The man who wrote it. I just think that's really cool. Okay. So, and she said Zoe was good. Farah said, hope you're having a nice day. Have you ever considered coming to Edinburgh in Scotland?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to Edinburgh.
Yeah, me too. My family's of Scottish descent.
Yeah, it's not far up from London. And you know what? That'll be on the to-do list, on the bucket list.
It's one of the most beautiful cities, she said, and famous for theatres. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll go there this year. I don't know yet.
I would like to go there.
Yeah. Fantastic. And we wear a kilt. I used to have to wear a kilt for school. You could wear a kilt. Would you wear anything under it? You've seen him in a onesie. I'd say anything's possible with this man.
I'm not going to tell.
I said I'd like to hear more about spoke at the lunch this lunch about this woman that I used to speak to. She was in an old people's home, and when I picked up the kids, she used to be up there, up on this in this building, and I used to wave hi, and then her husband ended up going, come in. So I used to visit her every week. It was very cute. And that building's since got knocked down, and I haven't seen her again. So I've got no more further news to tell you. Other than that, it was a very cute time, and maybe, you know, we were like her grandchildren to her. Max, come here, because everybody has been wanting to see you. Max has just entered the building.
Max, how was tennis?
Come here, hang on.
Got cancelled.
Come here.
Why did it get cancelled?
Could you come here and put your head in the middle? Because I have promised. Could you, Max, come back.
Why did the tennis get cancelled?
I'll tell you later.
Could you come here?
Doesn't look like it. Keep going.
I'm trying, everybody. Everyone asks me for Max every week.
One day you'll get him.
He's just wanting to be in demand, I think.
Yeah. Well, he is.
Apart from Oprah, who have been your greatest mentors in life and in business? I don't know. You? Who are you?
Took a while.
No, but I was thinking that straight away. I thought you were going, there's no one. But you have. Because Paul's like, you know, sometimes I can come up with some harebrained schemes and Paul goes, now how are you going to do that, or that? And then I go, oh, yeah, you're right. I don't want to do that and I don't want to be tied down to that or whatever, don't you? So you have done that for me.
Lots of times.
At least I'm always thinking.
Megan would have had 40 shops by now.
Yeah.
It would have been.
I don't know. Things change.
And there's dreaming, isn't there?
Yeah. But you've probably got... Well, Paul, I'd say yours were, you know, those guys in the early days, just older men that you looked up to who had successful businesses that we've talked about before.
Yeah, it was fun, yeah.
Do you agree?
Of course, thoroughly enjoy. You know, I went in and...
And Paul enjoys being a mentor for the boys in his office, as you guys know from past videos.
Yeah.
Don't you?
So long as they listen.
Maxie, are you coming in?
Give us a quick cameo, Max.
Just put your head here because I've promised everyone. And then, you know, because we need you in here.
So go to the next
We'll wait
one.
for Max. He's going to come in and say hello.
Just a quick hello.
Just a quick hello, Max.
If you're lucky, he'll do it in Russian for you.
Max, quick.
No.
I'll get him one day. He did say he would. Matthew said he'd like to hear more of Zoe singing.
We can arrange that.
What is our favourite thing to do when we come to the States? I love going to Los Angeles.
Skiing.
Yeah, I love skiing.
Theatre. Restaurants. Shopping.
Catching up with friends over there. I love
Sightseeing. I mean, we've done all sorts of things. We've gone from...
I love going to the
Miami,
Oprah show and I won't be able to do that anymore.
Yeah, from Miami to New York and to California, and we've been skiing. So America's fun.
I love America.
We've been to South Dakota.
We have. I was just thinking Mount Rushmore.
We've been to Mount Rushmore and we've been to Crazy
We love
Horse.
America. We do.
Yeah, and there's lots more things to see. We've been to San Francisco. I've been up into Canada.
Yeah, I'd like to go to Texas. So there's
We've
always
been to
something to do.
Washington.
Just happy. Kirsten said, "I've probably." But thanks for bringing the law of attraction to her attention. That's how I felt when I watched The Secret, you know, because I'd always done it, but once I became aware of it, it really changed my life. Now, hang on. So you have said, oh, hang on, have I gone too far to read that question? Don't you hate that? Okay, so what does the law of attraction mean to you? Okay, which I was going into. It means to me that I become more conscious of my thoughts and my actions. Once I learnt that I was creating that myself, that it wasn't just like some bizarre coincidence,
No, it is not.
I became more mindful. Did you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's what it is, and I wish more people would be mindful. But until people are ready to listen to that or even accept that, then, you know, you can't make anyone listen to that message or whatever because everyone's leading their own life the way it should be.
You are responsible for the energy you bring into a room.
I love that so much.
That is absolutely true because you know what? Everyone will have friends or people they know and it's like, oh no. They're coming over, oh no, you know, well we lie behind we don't answer the door. Don't answer the door. We're not home. Oh, it's so-and-so on the phone.
Isn't that weird though?
You look at your phone, oh no, I don't want to talk to them and you think, oh no, why?
Yeah.
Why don't you want to talk to them? Because every time you pick up the phone or every time they come in it's just a bag of trouble and all of a sudden you don't want to know about it and everything's a pain in the ass or your phone rings and you go,
or you just
g'day.
might not connect. It might not even be that they're a pain in the ass. It might be that you just don't connect. Sometimes you just don't connect.
But, you know, when you see someone that makes you happy on the phone or in the doorbell, you answer, come in, sit down,
true.
you know, what have you been doing? La, 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 la.
Yeah.
So that's the law of attraction.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Melissa said she's been reading my new blog. Thank you.
It's good, isn't it?
She wants to know what made me go from having creative designs in well-known retail outlets to just concentrating on doing and selling your own jewellery from your home studio.
Time and day and not having to deal with multiple layers of people.
Most artists dream of making a commercial living. It was such a thrill to be in that situation and it was great. You know, like I made nice money from doing one design and getting royalties coming in. It was great. I found it hard to, you know, like I might design 15 designs and I don't know why, but I have got a knack of knowing what's going to come in and they didn't necessarily always know that and I'd present these designs and I'd go, let's do this one.
What Megan's saying is they didn't always agree and so Megan would be very confident about her design and that was going to be the future and I was some old guy who really didn't know that much would take it and say no and throw it on the junk heap. And sure enough, a year later, there it would be. So she found it very frustrating.
There are a few other little snippety things along the way too, but
she found it frustrating. So rather than headbang and,
I just decided to
have negative law of attraction and headbang on the same old thing there, so she just slipped sideways and moved into an area.
They weren't following how I wanted to go, so I left. Yeah, it's really how it happened.
Without causing a scene, just slipping out.
It was hard for me because you're right. It was exciting, and I remember crying when I left. I remember ringing Paul up and saying how terrible I felt, but at the same time, I knew I had to do it.
There's so many analogous situations. Also, I can give you
what?
No, the dog food. No, I won't.
Oh yeah, no, don't. But there's look. He was just going to tell you a story that happened there. But the owners of the company are lovely, and they were very nice to me and very kind. I really like them. I still like them when I see them out.
So she's responsible for herself now. Yeah. When Megan writes a blog,
yeah, I'm in charge.
When Megan does her own jewellery and people like it or they don't, that's fine.
Yeah.
No one else to blame for it but herself. Right. And she can get it right and enjoy it.
Yeah, even with the videos, like I like just doing them. Like I did the TV show with Steve, which I loved, but now I like doing it.
What's the name of that girl,
doing
Peter
it how it is.
Who was the girl that wrote you that lovely message from the one you interviewed, and she wrote you a really lovely message? What's her name?
Maria Mercedes.
Maria Mercedes, not Peter Tomano. Maria Mercedes, Megan interviewed her, and she was very warm and friendly, gorgeous to interview. Yeah,
she wrote me a lovely letter.
And she wrote Megan, and she said, you know what, your interviewing skill and style is fantastic.
Yeah, it was a real compliment.
Megan has an ability and always has had an ability to connect with someone and somehow have a meaningful conversation on a very short meeting that's not just awkward. It's not awkward, and that is one of Megan's unbelievable skills. It is. So she does that now, and she's responsible for herself.
And I really like doing that. I do. I like being in charge, baby. Okay. When are we going to see a Megan and Maxie video? Well, Tarkan, that is a good question.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
I'll try and get him at the end. I'll try and sneak him in. Okay, and what are your favourite 3 Chapel Street stores?
Sassenbad,
Yes.
Sports Girl.
Yes, I like Sports Girl. And there's a shop right up the end called Baggies, which has
And
kind
Metallica?
of quirky bits and pieces. Yeah, I like Metallics. But Baggies is unique.
Baggies.
And you've got to
Sassenbad
sift through too.
and Sports Girl.
Yes. Catherine said, did Zoe inherit her lovely singing voice from you or Paul? She has a beautiful voice. Clearly it was from me because Paul told you how good I was. No, I don't know where that's from because neither of us are especially good, are we?
Everyone wants to take ownership of the good things.
Yeah.
So, Marge, Bob, are you out there? Did it come from you?
Mum, yeah, my mum actually says it came from her, so we'll give my mum that because Mum used to like performing. Maybe it's from Mum. She looks a bit like my mother. Are you tapping me to keep moving?
It's called efficiency.
He's going like this behind the scenes, like, you know, if I had a camera looking down, he's going tap, 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 tap,
I am not.
Listen.
Come
He's
on.
not going to do it now. Nina said, hello, you two. Nina came and
Yeah,
saw
I
me
know.
at the lunch. Okay. Nina, I know that we're dragging this out, but this week when I spoke at this Montefiore brunch, Nina, who was a Facebook friend, came and bought a ticket. She wasn't part of the
Nina was a
Jewelchic.
lovely, warm lady. That
Read my blog and you'll read all
even
about
brought Megan some gorgeous
and
little
drove me home
chocolates.
afterwards because I've
Yeah.
had a sore back and can't drive. But anyway, that was awesome,
Yeah.
and it made me feel very relaxed to go into my speech that someone had come all the way to hear me speak. I thought that was pretty nice.
Go,
If there was
Nina.
one piece of advice you would give a friend from your experience in life so far, what would it be? Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah, try it.
Do it.
Because
Give it a go.
if you don't try it, you'll regret later not giving it a go
Yeah.
when the opportunity arises.
Yeah, that would be my biggest thing. Shelley said she loves the Tony Awards. I do too. That's the Musical
Music
Theatre
Award.
Awards. Will you stop tapping me? He's tapping me and I haven't even
No.
answered the question
Well,
now.
I'm getting it moving along quite
Do you
well
guys
here.
love to watch them too? Yes, I do. They're on Foxtel on the Queen's birthday. Oh, fantastic. I watched it last year. Paul didn't. I don't know why, but I remember watching it on the TV and here, actually. And with the guys from Glee in it, remember? Yes. Lauren Martin, what is your favourite time of day? Depends for what. Well, you may have taken a different take on that. He's being cheeky, but, you know, like if I want to get a lot of work done, sometimes I like getting up really early in the morning and just being by myself.
Megan used to be a night owl until I retrained her. She used to sit up till 12, 1, 2 in the morning.
I still
So
do
I
that if
started
he's not
getting her
home
up,
for some reason,
getting
then
her up
I
at
really
5
pay
or
for it.
6 in the morning, and then she would be, you know, sleeping by about 8:30. We used to get up and go for a walk or
Yeah.
go and do spin classes early morning. We still get up pretty early, before 6.
Yeah.
But that is a special time of the day, particularly.
Yeah.
Do you know what? When we go overseas, when we go to London and we're all out of whack, we wake up at 3 in the morning and it's light at 4 in
It's
the morning,
great.
and we get up and we go walking all
Wake up the
around
coffee
through
shop.
Hyde Park, Green Park, go and have a
Yeah.
coffee.
It's nice, actually.
But the coffee doesn't open, I think, till 6.
Yeah.
But we go burning around all the streets, no one there.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
really good. So
I-
depending what, you know, but I like going out for dinner and, you know, like when you're overseas in sort of Greece, you don't eat till like 10 o'clock at night, which when you first get there, you're going, oh, I can't wait till 10 o'clock. By the end, you're
Yeah.
going to bed late, getting up late. So,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Good question.
Yeah.
Multiple answers.
We're matching. Look at us.
Yeah, I've got my new jacket on.
Do you know how often we match just coincidentally? Paul bought this jacket just now when I was doing some other stuff. But
Thought I'd
if
give
you're in
myself a
Melbourne, the guys from Broadway at Bedtime are opening this brand new cabaret. I've just been at their place making a video, so I'll put that up later. But it's a very exciting new venture for Melbourne. It's going to be very cool. You tapping. So, Lauren, what's your favourite time of day? What is your favourite time of day? You didn't answer.
Morning.
Yeah, I would have thought you'd say that. Tarkin said, I didn't miss question boat. He thinks he's missed. No, look, you know what? The 100-day fitness challenge this month is just one starting the 1st of June, and we're all going off alcohol for June. And I actually also said I was going to exercise every day, but I've got a sore back and I can't. So I don't know. I went for a walk today, so I think I'm just going to have to commit to walking and getting my back healthy, everyone. You know, and I'm feeling that I'm getting, you know, some weight on me, and so I am conscious of that, and I am trying to make an effort, but I've got to get back in that zone. I need you guys to help me in all that stuff.
You will.
I like it when we all do it as a group. It's great. So feel free to start because we've only just started. So no alcohol for June. If you don't drink, you have to give up something else like, I don't know, chocolate or sugar or something that you would miss. Okay.
Saturday videos.
No, don't give up our Saturday videos. Aruna said, if you had the opportunity to learn a new skill, what would you like to learn? I wouldn't mind learning a bit more about filmmaking, and I wouldn't mind...
I'd like to be very, very savvy on the computer.
Yeah.
All the softwares, you know, because it's like a bottomless pit. I would really love to know, because the young guys that come over here, like Jake, who comes and helps, he knows everything about everything. Yeah. It's just unbelievable.
Yes,
so,
I'd like to do that. I wouldn't mind doing silversmithing too, but I haven't got time, so I'm not ever going to do that, I don't think.
Yeah, being really savvy with all the computer stuff on Mac and IBM, but Mac, it would be really phenomenal.
I'd like to know how we can get 40 hours into a day, because there's so much I want to do. Do you feel like that? I do. I just, there's always something else. Tracy Lee Linda Fieldhouse, that's a long name. Hi, Megan and Paul. How are you on this fine Saturday? We are very good, thank you, aren't we? Before YouTube, ceramic lines and jewellery days, what were your main interests? I used to teach aerobics. And I used to work in the fashion industry.
Me?
Yes.
She stalked me for quite a few years there.
You've seen that video of how we met. But I loved aerobics. I still would like to do aerobics a bit more, but it hurts my...
Photography, you were always into photography.
Oh, yeah, photography, of course. And I worked in the fashion industry.
And the fashion industry, you were always keen on that.
Yeah. Pretty similar, you know. Everything that I've liked has just expanded.
Going out to dinner and a chin wag and socialising.
I just think the things... I've still probably got the same passions, but they've expanded out. Don't you think? Irene just said, laugh out loud. Hello, Irene in Greece. Hi guys, you seem to be confident, self-assured people. Tamara, that's nice. There are so many people out there with wonderful gifts and talents without the confidence to share them. Maybe you could give some insights or advice on how important self-confidence is and how to build it. You know what, that's true. And there's a lot of people who are artists who haven't got that cell in them. And I don't know whether that's because they're shy or because we've all been trained not to say, hey, I'm good at that and I really like this.
Do you think it comes from when you're a young kid and your parents encourage you? And
I don't know. Well, look at Stacey Curry. She's got lots of oomph.
And they encourage you to not be frightened, to have a go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I do see some parents where they keep, you know, they talk about parenting where the parents knock the stuffing out of the kids because they pull the kids into line all the time. The kids do this, the kids do that, you know, growl at them, pull them into line because... you want to have a spirit. You want to have that spirit. You want to be able to walk into a room and be able to walk up and say, hi, how are you? And introduce yourself.
Or do you think that some people are just born shy, though?
Well, you know, I experienced some people bow their head, step back, throw themselves against a wall, try to disappear and don't want to be...
That's not me.
No, don't want to be social. And any time they're asked to do something, they won't. Look, I got to tell you, we were in Las Vegas, and this is another video, and I took Megan to this fantastic show called ZUMANITY.
Oh, I'll put the link here. Right. Everyone, you have to. This is one of my funniest videos in the world.
Write this down here.
Paul wants to take me to this sexy show.
Anyway, we didn't know what we were getting ourselves in for.
Yeah, well, you thought you did.
And I thought it was going to be actually
the
more.
link for that's under here. Watch it.
I thought it was going to be more than it was. So we end up in this big auditorium, and we're on these figure-8 love chairs right at the bottom of the stage.
I thought I'd buy front row for this sexy show, everyone.
Yeah, we were 1 metre from the front. So anyway, they came up and warned us. I got Megs a couple of drinks, so we're sitting there. Well, within about...
They kept saying, well, you'll be on the stage for sure. And I'm like, oh,
within about 30 seconds of the show starting, next minute Megan's dragged
I hate being pulled up from an audience, I really do.
Well, this is exactly like the question. Yeah, but this was exactly like the question. And Megan had to sit astride a guy.
Don't say anymore. They can watch the video. It was so embarrassing.
And then the next minute...
But I was determined to do a good job to make him cross that I was up there.
And I was being undressed on the stage.
By transvestites. It was hilarious.
Talk about... I was like sweating. Like I was out of my comfort.
He was like...
I was like so out of my comfort zone. Like that was like... I was...
Watch the video.
And then when Megan came up, she was cheering or something like that, and one of her rings flew off her finger across the stage, and I was
You'll have to watch that, because that is fun. That is a funny story.
That was a funny story. So I think... I think...
I can't even remember what the question was
Well, the question
anymore.
is about confidence,
Oh.
and I think...
Well, that was out of my comfort zone, because I hate being pulled up, and you said, can I act? No, but I wanted to show him that I could live in the moment and that I would just go with it. And I thought if I'm up there having to simulate these scenes,
People generally...
I wanted to make him jealous. I wanted to make him feel uncomfortable because he was the one who had dragged me to this tragic, sexy show.
Get used to getting out of your comfort zone. And so most people become routine. They eat the same foods. They go to work at the same day. Their life is very repetitive. They do the same things, and they do it because they're in their comfort zone. And all of a sudden, when someone might go, hey, let's go and do this tonight. Oh, no, I like to be more spontaneous in my life, but I need more notice. That is absolutely... So what happens is get out of your comfort zone. Because if you get out of your comfort zone, you'll try other things. And if you try other things, if you're not frightened to give something a go, then away you go. But I think as a child...
You keep talking, I'm getting something for the next question.
As a child, if you are always reprimanded, criticised, not encouraged and pulled back all the time, the result is the kid has no spirit, and it's the spirit that you want. I see lots of people in business, and what you really want is to walk into a room and to have an impact and to light the room up and to have people enjoy your company and have something to say. And here we are. What's she doing here?
Well, Anita has said that she wants to have a quick peek at some jewellery, so I thought I'd go and get some. Do you like this one? I love this with this little... Okay, this is what... I'm just showing you a few of my little favourites. Are you going to wear them? These little hearts here, I got them in Paris.
I feel like I'm on a podium.
And I've never ever found them again since. I got them a few years ago. There's only 3 of these necklaces. I can't make another one, so don't write in saying you want it. The little hearts are made of coral, but the coral's sort of flicked with white. Love that. I really love that necklace. I like these. These are all semi-precious stones. And they're from all over the world, and I really like that necklace because it goes with so many things. That's just the pair to it, so you can have a short and a long one. This is almost like you're wearing a onesie. We're going to put this one on you too. So look at this one.
This one's called the Bearded Lizard.
I remember Oprah touched this one when she walked past in my room. Just, oh. So,
Is this the Oprah necklace?
It's the Oprah necklace. No, it's not the Oprah necklace. Hang on, I'm going to put it on you. Hang on.
I don't think you'll get it done up. It's made for someone with a skinny neck. Oh, beautiful.
You can leave them on now.
So
look at him. That's so funny.
What is the next question?
We're nearly at the end, so you don't have to wear them for long. Libby said she loved watching Zoe sing. We all know Oprah is a very wise woman, but is there anything that she said on her show that I've not agreed with? Okay, no. I've been thinking about this because I saw your question yesterday.
We discussed this yesterday, and we discussed it. And do you know what? Oprah consciously always has made a decision not to offend and not to upset.
But remember on her last shows, in some of those last ones, how she was talking about how she let those guys on who were really racist. Do you remember that show? And she was sort of saying how she realised one day when she had these, they were real extreme guys, Nazi-type guys who called black people monkeys and all that. It was hideous. Like, it was so disgusting. Anyway, they came back years later and they weren't like that anymore. But the fact of the matter is that at the time they were like that, and she decided right at that point, she was like one of her aha moments, that she was not going to use her platform to be awful and to allow them to have a platform for this negativity. And that's also what I do. Like, I don't want to do negative things. And
Delete.
But I also don't want to make negative videos myself. I don't want to put that energy out there. I mean, you can make videos complaining about how sick you are and all that, and some people do, but I didn't want to do that.
You don't need to do negative videos. Just pick up any newspaper.
I don't want to do that for you guys.
Newspapers thrive on negative stories. You come home and watch the news. We watch that.
We all have stuff.
We listened to the radio the other night because Megan was on, and we had to listen to it from 6 o'clock. I won't say which station. We had to listen to it on the news from 6 p.m. in the evening to 7 o'clock. I was ready to go and commit suicide after I'd listened to the news. So newspapers and news stories, they're just tragic. Yeah. Like, really?
Yeah, well, you listen to the news. I mean, we all listen to the news.
I need to know what's going on, but you know what? Gee, you can
But I did learn very early on.
The half-empty, half-full spin.
That I made a video once about taxi drivers, and I knew I was being slightly controversial, only in that I said that I think taxi drivers should know what they're doing. If they're going to drive a cab, they should know how to get from A to B.
Go to London.
Perfect.
The taxi drivers in London are the best in the world.
Yes.
before they're allowed to be a taxi driver, you have to do an exam, and you have to know every hotel, every serviced accommodation, every major building, and every street. And you get in a cab in London and you say, take me to this street. Yep, no problem.
So what I said was that I thought, and this was taken as being racist, but it actually wasn't. I just think that they should be able to communicate with you and that they should be able to speak English and understand where you're going, which I don't think's out of the question when it is a communicative job. I mean, there's plenty of jobs for people to do if they can't speak, but taxi driving is a specific thing where you do need to be able to speak the language.
Well, imagine if I went to...
So I made a video about this.
A foreign country, and I couldn't speak the language in the foreign country, and I was a taxi driver and people said they wanted to go here, and I didn't understand them. That would be like being a doctor and people coming with the symptoms and not understanding.
Anyway, it turned out to be one of my most watched videos. But
you should put the link to that one too.
Well, I can. But the thing is, I made no reference to racial, I made no reference to the nationalities or anything like that. People put their own slant on it, and it was very interesting because making that video, I got so much attention from people who thought different things that I realised I didn't... I used to think it was great when you get loads and loads of views on your videos, which is great. Like if a video takes off, it's fun to see a lot of you have watched it, right? But when you get a video like that that's negative and you get a whole lot of fruitcakes watching it leaving negative messages, that's not fun. So I really just want to attract the right crowd. I just want the people who like me and who are interested in what we do to watch the videos. Otherwise, you know...
Watch someone else's.
Exactly.
So, last question.
Hi, Chris.
Last question.
I'm saying hello to Chris Lilly because I watched Angry Boys this week for the first time I taped it. And I watched it and I really liked it. And I know, look, here's another controversial thing. I know it's getting written up in the paper as having a lot of swear words and all that sort of thing. And yes, it does have a lot of swear words.
Yeah, but it's just...
But I actually found it highly amusing. I really did. I thought it was funny. I think he's very clever.
We done?
No? Diane said, Zoe singing for good was fabulous. What a talented young lady. And Mrs. Zoe, where have you been hiding that beautiful voice? That's true. She is in all the musicals
She uses
at
it
school.
here in the shower in the morning and night. Don't worry. She's not hiding it with us. But
so
she's
look at
great.
you. This is like changed it up a bit.
It's really...
He's wearing the jewellery. That's it. Have you got anything you want to say? I'm going to go and see if I can get Max.
Don't even worry. He won't come down. I can tell you. Can you take that one off? 'Cause it's quite... It's like...
Hang on.
It's really...
This one took so long to make, everyone. I can't even tell you. So don't order this one either because it took forever. See, it's just masses and masses of strands and leather and chain and...
There we are.
See? Sort of sits like that.
Hold that. Goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye.
Have I got anything else I want to tell you?
Nope.
I don't think so. So I'd love you all to subscribe. If you're enjoying our videos, make sure you press subscribe under here and go to the YouTube channel and subscribe because then you can press a little button that says update and get notified when we make new videos. And have a look at my Love Never Dies videos because I'm so happy with them and I'd love your opinions. And my blog, I'd love you to all check out my blog. Okay, if I can get Max, I will come back. And if not, see you next week, everyone. Bye. Have a happy week. Bye.